Exclusive contracted novel by Feilu Novel Network. War god Tyrannosaurus Rex in dimensional chat group Yi Xiu traveled through the digital world and became a rolling ball beast, struggling for thousands of years before finally evolving successfully. He thought he had evolved into a battle dragon beast, but when he saw his height of over 40 meters, he realized. He's not a battle dragon beast, he's clearly a war god dragon beast. Get the only passive. I see you like a dragon. In order to further enhance his strength, Yi Xiu decided to search for X antibodies and undergo X evolution. He searched in the digital world all the way and fiercely attacked various digital beasts, but he still had no clue about the X antibodies. On this day, he arrived at the extremely cold place where the ruins guarded by the eight-legged horse beast were located. After entering the ruins through reasoning, he finally discovered clues about X antibodies. Just as he was about to search for the X antibody, a warning sound sounded in his ear. Dimension Chat Junyang invites you to join. Do you accept the invitation? Feilu Novel Network reminds you that this novel and its characters are purely fictional. If there are any similarities, they are purely coincidental and should not be imitated. Chapter 1. Battle Tyrannosaurus Rex in the Extreme Cold Land. You are listening at novelfull.audio. In the digital world, a frozen Arctic region, the eight-legged horse beast, located at one of the pinnacle of power in the digital world, is stationed here year-round, responsible for guarding the ancient ruins. He is the Guardian. Guarding the important program data related to the creation of digital beasts sealed inside the ruins. This day, the eight-legged horse beast, enveloped in millennia of cold ice, sensed the intruder's movements. As the guardian of relics, the eight-legged horse beast does not allow any Digimon to step on relics in extremely cold areas. Even if the other party is both a royal knight, they must have a legitimate reason to enter. Otherwise, a major battle is essential. The sleeping eight-legged horse beast opened its emotionless eyes and looked towards the direction of sound and movement. In his eyes, there was a vague indication of the intruder's approximate strength. That is a powerful digital beast with strength comparable to any knight in the Royal Knights. But the eight-legged horse beast was unable to match the opponent's posture with the familiar digital beasts in its memory. A hint of doubt appeared in his icy big eyes. During his slumber for thousands of years, did the digital world give birth to a powerful existence? What kind of digital beast can possess such powerful power in such a short period of time? To the eight-legged horse beast, this is unbelievable. In his understanding, whether it is the royal knights walking in the digital world or the demons dominating the dark regions, they have all gone through a long time to reach their current level. The term long here does not refer to a brief period of time like 1,000 years. In the eyes of top digital beasts, tens of thousands of years are more than just a flick of a finger. So, what digital beasts will invade the ruins? The eight-legged horse beast, with curiosity and vigilance, broke free from the layer of hard ice that covered him, so hard that even the entire Digimon could not break it, and quickly flew towards the direction where he sensed the intruder. His flying speed is extremely fast. Among the entire Royal Knights, only the ultimate V-Dragon Beast was faster than him. The eight-legged horse beast travels through the wind and snow. The far north of the digital world, with cold and freezing weather, wind and snow, and extremely low visibility. In a faint moment, the eight-legged horse beast saw a huge figure in the wind and snow. That figure was incredibly tall, even larger than the eight-legged horse beast itself. The eight-legged horse beast froze for a moment. It should be noted that in the entire Royal Knights Order, apart from the Dragon Emperor Equasa, which has the largest data volume, the largest Digimon is undoubtedly the eight-legged horse beast. Digimons larger than him are not commonly seen in the digital world. Such a massive and powerful digital beast could not have been unknown 1,000 years ago. Is it true that the opponent has evolved into such a powerful force over the past 1,000 years? How could it be? Regarding this, the eight-legged horse beast still maintains a skeptical attitude. In the far distance, the eight-legged horse beast issued an ultimatum. Invaders! Get out of here. We don't welcome any digital beasts here. One last reminder, please leave here immediately. Otherwise, I will launch an attack. The sound of the eight-legged horse beast has no aggressiveness. He is a peace-loving guy, and for the sake of justice in his heart, he can even publicly criticize his superiors. But any digital beast that comes to the far north will consciously leave upon hearing his warning sound. Because all Digimons know that any member of the Royal Knights, whether they are ruthless powerhouses or benevolent warriors like the eight-legged horse beast. Unless it's a powerful ultimate Digimon standing in the same grid as them, they're just cannon fodder being killed. The fist of a philanthropic warrior is as hard as steel. The huge figure faintly visible in the wind and snow took a step forward. Without any communication, the eight-legged horse beast understood the other person's meaning. The other party will not leave. He wants to continue moving forward. The eight-legged horse beast remained silent for a moment, and the two weapons shimmering with rainbow colors appeared in his left and right hands. They are the shield on the right hand, Niforium, and the crossbow on the left hand, Muspelheim. Hongqiaoyeya. The calm voice of the eight-legged horse beast echoed through the wind and snow, and the wild and disorderly scorching light burned freely and recklessly around him. A brilliant and dazzling arrow is shaped on the sacred crossbow, Muspelheim. The scorching breath of the light arrow instantly evaporated the surrounding wind and snow. The eight-legged horse beast did not hesitate. Release the arrow string, and the scorching light arrow charged towards its target at almost the speed of light. Wherever passed, the wind and snow evaporated, and the view was clear. Due to the excessive kinetic energy of the light vector, a huge and twisted vortex of wind forms behind it. The terrifying sonic boom seemed like the female demons on the ice field collectively roaring. Until, a large shield engraved with mysterious patterns appeared on one side. The scorching and dazzling light arrow, at the moment when the big shield appeared, could no longer take a step forward. All heat, force, and light have lost their meaning in front of that shield. In an instant, it turned into nothingness. One of the strongest moves of the eight-legged horse beast, Hongqiaoyeya, was easily resolved by the invader's shield. The intruder's figure still loomed in the wind and snow. But the eight-legged horse beast already knows the identity of the intruder. He was too familiar with the large shield engraved with mysterious patterns. There are only two types of digital beasts in the entire digital world that can have such shields. One type of digital beast's shield will not have that mysterious pattern engraved on it. So, there is only one answer. The eight-legged horse beast looked at the figure looming in the wind and snow and said in a deep voice, "Is it a battle Tyrannosaurus? Why did you come to the ruins? I don't think a righteous dragon warrior would invade the crucial ruins of the digital world just for a vague legend." Accompanied by the questioning of the eight-legged horse beast, the figure in the wind and snow moved again. He took 2 steps forward and his figure became clearer. What a massive warrior that is! He has a huge physique, with a distinctive symbol of a dragon warrior on his head, made of metal dragon horns made of Shurji digital alloy. His body was covered in bright yellow armor scars, and he held sharp claws with both hands that would shatter even in the face of wind and snow. Behind him was equipped with the large shield that had just blocked the Rainbow Bridge flame arrow, scattered into 2 pieces, resembling a wing device shell. The strong pressure forced the eight-legged horse beast to take 2 steps back. Even though they had already realized that the intruder was a battle dragon beast, the eight-legged horse beast couldn't help but murmur. Why is the body size of the battle Tyrannosaurus so huge? Chapter 2. Ah no, I am actually the god of war. You are listening at novelfull.audio. In the impression of an eight-legged horse beast, the body size of a battle Tyrannosaurus should not be large. Not only that, it's not big. Among the ultimate creatures in the world, the battle Tyrannosaurus should be one of the few relatively small digital beasts. Of course, a small size does not necessarily mean that the opponent's combat power is weak. In the division of ultimate body strength, the combat Tyrannosaurus Rex's strength is evaluated by the 8-legged horse beast as being in the middle and lower reaches of the second level. Compared to these members of the Royal Knights and those Demon Kings in the Dark region, it is far inferior. But compared to the vast majority of ultimate creatures, the strength of battle Tyrannosaurs can be considered powerful. The 8-legged horse beast carefully looked at the battle Tyrannosaurus Rex in front of him again. My heart couldn't stop murmuring. His body size is more than 10 times larger than a normal combat Tyrannosaurus Rex, right? Is this guy a subspecies form of the battle Tyrannosaurus Rex? Mutated large battle Tyrannosaurus or super large battle Tyrannosaurus? Although puzzled in his heart, the 8-legged horse beast did not forget his duty. Guarding this relic and safeguarding the important data for the creation of the digital world. The 8-legged horse beast walked forward to the battle dragon beast. He raised his right shield and stood in front of him. Battle Tyrannosaurus Rex. Please stop. The ruins do not allow any digital beasts to enter. I admit you are very powerful, but please don't let me launch another attack, otherwise we will never stop fighting. The 8-legged horse beast looked at the battle dragon beast in front of it, feeling immense pressure. This battle dragon beast is too strange. In terms of momentum, he almost completely overwhelmed this royal knight. He even weakened his courage to reasonably stop the other party's actions. It seems that the other party's actions are reasonable, while his hindrance is unreasonable. What a ghost. The 8-legged horse beast silently poked and cursed. The battle Tyrannosaurus looked calmly at the 8-legged horse beast blocking ahead, and he spoke. I'm here to find something. They said there may be some in the ruins. His voice was very calm, with thousands of troops and horses leading, and his face remained calm. The 8-legged horse beast looked at the Tyrannosaurus Rex in confusion and said, "What is it?" X antibody. The battle Tyrannosaurus said so. The 8-legged horse beast blinked in confusion. X antibody. What is that thing? Sorry, there is no X antibody in the ruins as you mentioned. I have been guarding the ruins for some years and have never heard of anything like X antibodies. The battle dragon beast didn't say anything more, he calmly put on a combat posture. The meaning is very clear. Let's fight. Winning, I will personally enter the ruins to inspect. If I lose, either I die or I leave. The 8-legged horse beast laughed angrily at the action of the battle Tyrannosaurus Rex and said, "You're not at all like the battle Tyrannosaurus Rex I know of. Since you want to fight, let's fight." The battle between the two ultimate bodies began instantly. The entire digital world, in the extremely cold region, is trembling faintly. Two Digimons with almost vertex positions collide, and the only ones affected will be the Digimons around their battle center. Two terrifying breaths compete in the wind and snow. As one of the royal knights, the 8-legged horse beast is powerful enough to suppress the entire extremely cold region. Faced with any non-royal knight or demon king type of digital beast, he can use his formidable power to suppress it. Even if the other party is also an ultimate digital beast. But now, he is stuck in a stalemate. The battle dragon beast in front of him is very abnormal. Abnormal to the point where the 8-legged horse beasts only engage in combat, almost thinking they are facing the strongest Omega beast in the Royal Knights. That kind of suppressive force, that surging sensation that doesn't feel powerful. Why is it so strong? Is it because of the opponent's weapon, Dragon Beast Killer? It is said that the weapon of the Tyrannosaurus Rex, the Dragon Beast enemy star, can cause additional damage to the Dragon Beast-type Digimon. If explained in this way, it would be said what a nonsense. The 8-legged horse beast cursed inwardly. I'm not really a dragon. After several battles, as one of the royal knights, the 8-legged horse beast did not gain any advantage over the battle Tyrannosaurus. The other party is like a crazy person enjoying battle, without any attack at all. Their defense method is to launch even more fierce attacks towards you. The eight-legged horse beast was physically and mentally exhausted from being beaten. He is very powerful. No matter how powerful, there needs to be a limit. It's not that the Royal Knights are invincible. The members of the Royal Knights have a clear division of strength, and the eight-legged horse beast asked himself if his strength should be in the middle of the knights. The Omega Beast, Red Lotus Knight Beast, Stubborn Beast, and Dunas Beast are all stronger than him. And the battle he is currently facing with the Tyrannosaurus Rex gives him the feeling of facing the strongest Omega Beast under normal circumstances. How else are we going to fight? The eight-legged horse beast was distracted by a fierce claw from the battle Tyrannosaurus Rex on his holy shield. The huge body of the eight-legged horse beast was pressed down on the cold permafrost by terrifying force, and the entire ground instantly cracked, creating a huge pit several tens of meters deep. Subsequently, in the field of view of the eight-legged horse beast, the powerful and abnormal battle dragon beast suddenly took off and flew into the sky. What is he going to do? Forget it. No matter what. Use that move. The eight-legged horse beast endured its injured body and prepared to use its last resort. He weakly shouted, Odin's breath. At the moment when the sound fell, the blizzard in the sky became even more intense, while the surrounding temperature rapidly decreased. This move is a defensive move of the eight-legged horse beast, which can forcibly freeze any Digimon. Under the dual effects of extreme low temperatures and blizzards, the battle dragon beast flying into the sky quickly froze on its surface. Freeze layer by layer and thicken. Layer by layer thickening. Quickly, a massive ice sculpture resembling a battle Tyrannosaurus was formed. The battle is over. The combat power of this battle dragon beast is too strong, so we can only temporarily seal it and wait for other knights to discuss how to deal with him. The eight-legged horse beast breathed a sigh of relief and knelt down on both front legs, panting heavily. But the next moment, a solemn and calm voice resounds in the sky. Gaia. Power. The eight-legged horse beast suddenly lifted its head and looked into the sky. His pupils contract to the extreme. A massive energy bomb comparable to an asteroid appeared over the massive battle dragon beast. What the hell? The heart of the eight-legged horse has cooled down by half. Isn't it just looking for those X antibodies? You just need to find it. You are clearly going to destroy the entire ruins. Chapter 3. The Distinctive Demon Beast. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Wait. Battle Tyrannosaurus Rex. The eight-legged horse beast shouted anxiously, I can let you go into the ruins to find what you want. Don't launch an attack. The Gaia power, one of the ultimate moves of the Tyrannosaurus Rex in battle, is something that the eight-legged horse beast has never seen before. But he has never seen such great Gaia power before. Can this be called the power of Gaia? Mother Earth didn't give you the power to destroy her. In the sky, the battle Tyrannosaurus stood in the midst of the wind and snow, holding up an incredibly powerful Gaia. Just as it was about to fall, the sound of the eight-legged horse beast stopped him from moving. His gaze calmly swept over the eight-legged horse beast, and the power of Gaia, which released a dangerous aura, slowly dissipated from his hands. A battle dragon beast over 40 meters high descended from the sky and landed on the extremely cold permafrost, causing the earth to tremble. The fallen battle dragon beast calmly looked at the eight-legged horse beast and said, I just want to find what I need, I don't want to destroy this place. The eight-legged horse beast nodded laboriously and said, Come with me, the ruins require my command to enter. You're strong, just say whatever you say. The eight-legged horse beast is too lazy to refute anything. The level of attack just now, you said you don't want to destroy this place. Speaking of this, as a battle dragon beast, your conscience doesn't hurt. The eight-legged horse beast secretly sighed. This is not the kind and brave battle dragon beast in my own perception. He is clearly a good hand at telling lies with his eyes open. The eight-legged horse beast brought the battle Tyrannosaurus to the entrance of the ruins. This remains, frozen deep in permafrost, is of great size. The gate of the ruins is over 100 meters high. The massive warlord is just a dwarf in front of this gate. In front of the ruins gate, the eight-legged horse beast spontaneously acted as an interpreter, introducing the situation of the ruins to the battle Tyrannosaurus. There is important information about the creation of the Digimon in the ruins. Legend has it that a deity Digimon fell here, leaving behind a secret about the regeneration of the digital world. The information and data inside are very important. Don't destroy them after you enter. The eight-legged horse beast reluctantly discussed with the battle Tyrannosaurus Rex. I can't fight, that's all I can do. Fortunately, although this battle dragon beast has strong combat power, it doesn't seem like a difficult to talk master. When reasoning with him, he can listen in. The Tyrannosaurus Rex nodded and said, I understand. I'm just here to find the X antibody. If I don't have it, I'll leave and I won't destroy this place. The eight-legged horse beast glanced at the wounded body of the battle dragon beast, hoping so. He always felt that this battle dragon beast was a bit strange. It is rare for armor made of Shurji digital alloy to be shaped like this. You should know that time digital alloy is one of the most magical metals in the digital world, not only incredibly tough, but also has excellent self-healing ability. After the battle, the armor made of Shurji digital alloy can quickly recover to its original state, continuing to provide users with strong defense. Through the command of the eight-legged horse beast, two powerful digital beasts walked into the ruins. The interior of the ruins is very spacious, with various disorderly devices scattered in various corners, and mysterious light and shadow projected from these devices. Among those lights and shadows, one can see many postures of digital beasts. From ancient times to the present, almost all digital beasts can be seen. The battle dragon beast stopped and watched for a long time before setting off again. The eight-legged horse beast followed behind him without saying a word. After a long time, the battle dragon beast finally stopped in his tracks. He looked up at the dome of the ruins, where there was a mural depicting the battle scenes of digital beasts. In the picture, a digital beast holding a strange weapon intercepts various digital beasts from the dark area with a force of 1 to 1,000. In the end, this digital beast fell due to exhaustion of its power. I don't know if it's because time is too long or for some other reason, all the images of digital beasts on the mural are very blurry. Except for a few digital beasts from the dark region that can clearly see the image, most digital beasts cannot distinguish who is right from whom. The battle Tyrannosaurus, which appeared quite strange in all aspects in the eyes of the eight-legged horse beast, stared at the mural with great fascination and looked at it again and again. The eight-legged horse beast had no choice but to guard here for countless years, and he was familiar with every inch of land in the ruins. What hasn't he seen before? He has not seen the murals on the dome 1,000 times, but he has seen them 500 times. A very simple mural. The content of the mural is roughly the story of a powerful digital beast that protected the digital world and ultimately sacrificed itself when the Demon King digital beasts invaded the dark region. He has been watching for so many years, but he hasn't seen anything. You only saw the flowers and you fought the Tyrannosaurus Rex for the first time. When my eight-legged horse beast is foolish. It's still difficult to use the eyes. This is an ordinary mural. Battle Tyrannosaurus Rex, you have looked over the entire ruins, and there is no X antibody you are looking for here. You should leave here now. The eight-legged horse beast was on the side, reminding the Tyrannosaurus Rex of the battle. He doesn't want to leave a hidden danger in the ruins. Any larger action from the other party could potentially destroy this place. The battle dragon beast still stared at the mural with obsession, as if it was the X antibody he was looking for in the painting. That digital beast is called the Great Draca Beast, right? The battle Tyrannosaurus pointed at a digital beast on the mural, as if asking and answering questions, or as if asking an eight-legged horse beast. The eight-legged horse beast glanced at the direction pointed by the battle Tyrannosaurus Rex and said, "Yes, the great Draca beast, known as the Demon King who is not the Demon King, is also respected by the 7 rulers of the Dark Region. The battle Tyrannosaurus doesn't care about the reputation of the great Draculus." He continued to ask, "The digital beast he drives is a witch beast, isn't it?" The eight-legged horse beast said impatiently, "Yes, that's right, it's a demon beast. These questions can be discussed after leaving the ruins. Don't you think that fairy beast is somewhat different from an ordinary fairy beast?" The sound of the battle dragon beast stunned the eight-legged horse beast. He looked at the mural. The appearance of the fairy beast on the mural is indeed different from that of a normal fairy beast. Behind her was a black ghost, with terrifying red claws in her hands. But so what? Do not allow the bizarre aspects of digital beasts to grow. Do not allow digital beasts to grow differently from similar digital beasts. I really have to say it. The eight-legged horse beast has white eyes and is surrounded by a 40-meter-high battle Tyrannosaurus Rex. You are clearly the most abnormal one, okay? Chapter 4. Invitation from Dimensional Chat Group, New Book. You are listening at novelfull.audio. That witch beast may be a variant of an ordinary witch beast. Believe me, the battle Tyrannosaurus Rex, that's not an X antibody. Hurry up and leave the ruins. The eight-legged horse beast patiently talks. What X antibody? I haven't even heard of it. It is normal for many digital beasts of the same type in the digital world to have different forms. In the eyes of the eight-legged horse beast, this fighting Tyrannosaurus Rex is here to find fault. After searching for a long time, he couldn't find anything. After finally finding one, he couldn't bear to tug and tug. The battle dragon beast was extremely excited. He jumped up and came to the side of the mural, forcefully tearing off the scene depicting the monster. Seeing this scene, the eight-legged horse's heart was dripping with blood. The ruins he guards have never experienced such a thing in tens of thousands of years, even those demon kings dare not treat them like this. After all, even if they can defeat the eight-legged horse beast, they still need to consider the revenge of other knights in the royal knights behind the eight-legged horse beast. But this battle Tyrannosaurus not only lacks awareness in this aspect, but also recklessly mounts its face and destroys ruins in front of it. Do you really think his eight-legged horse beast doesn't exist? Battle Tyrannosaurus Rex, you have obtained the clue you want. Please leave quickly. Otherwise, I will notify all the knights of the Royal Knights Order. The eight-legged horse beast suppressed its reproachful thoughts and continued to persuade the Tyrannosaurus Rex to fight. He doesn't say anything now, just wants this strange guy to leave quickly. I won't be able to fight, I can only rely on my mouth to escape. By the way, use the name of the Royal Knights to scare the other party. The battle Tyrannosaurus used its huge dragon claws to grip the mural stone carved with the image of a monster and descend from the dome. He glanced at the helpless eight-legged horse beast and said, "I'm sorry for destroying the ruins. I'll leave now." The spirit of the eight-legged horse beast trembled, waiting for your words. "Okay, I'll see you off." "Thank you." The courtesy of the battle dragon beast makes the scene look very friendly. In extremely cold places, there is constant wind and snow. The gate of the ruins was opened, and the eight-legged horse beast watched as the battle dragon beast, which was over 40 meters tall, left. Its massive body gradually became indistinct in the wind and snow. This guy has finally left. The eight-legged horse beast breathed a sigh of relief. This battle dragon beast, covered in wounds all over, has brought him too much pressure due to its huge size. It must be admitted that the strength of this strange battle dragon beast is indeed terrifying. If the other party is not kind, the ruins may have been destroyed. At that time, the entire digital world will experience extremely terrifying disasters. The giant battle Tyrannosaurus walking in the extremely cold wind and snow, with its dragon claws gripping a part of the mural, its eyes filled with confusion. His name is Yi Xiu. An ordinary traveler without golden fingers. In the digital world of the jungle, having no golden fingers means one will die if not careful. Therefore, Yi Xiu has always been very vigilant. But only with vigilance can progress be impossible. So he used vigilance as a shield, courage as a sword in his hand, constantly fighting, constantly evolving, and ultimately becoming his current posture. As for why his evolved battle Tyrannosaurus has a body size that is more than 10 times larger than its normal posture, Yi Xiu himself is not quite sure about the specific reason. Anyway, every battle after evolution, he always has an inexplicable illusion. He thinks everyone looks like a dragon when he looks at them. This psychological effect makes him invincible in battle. Even a royal knight like the 8-legged horse beast, Yi Xiu has confidence in winning the battle. Who called the pair of claws he was equipped with the dragon beast conqueror? Is it okay for me to become stronger when I see the dragon? However, Yi Xiu felt that this was not enough. There are too many strong players in the digital world. A slight carelessness can lead to encountering even more powerful Digimon, and failing to defeat them will result in their downfall. So much so that Yi Xiu wanted to become stronger. Evolution is impossible. The only way for the Tyrannosaurus Rex to evolve further is to follow the path of the Omega Beast. Evolved into various forms of Omega Beasts. Omega Beast Compassion, Omega Beast Alter.S, Omega Beast SWAT, Omega Beast SWAT Battle Damage, Omega Beast Alter.B, etc. Tell me one thing. Yi Xiu had no interest in evolving into various postures of Omega Beasts. One reason is that in his view, the various postures of the Omega Beast lack any sense of power. With thin arms and thin legs, how can a Tyrannosaurus Rex have a domineering posture in battle? The second reason is that evolving into an Omega Beast also requires a Steel Garuru Beast plugin. There is no Steel Garuru Beast, relying solely on Yi Xiu himself. He wants to evolve into an Omega Beast, but his heart is spare but his strength is insufficient. And adding a Steel Garuru Beast plugin, who will ultimately dominate the evolved Omega Beast. Yi Xiu thinks more, the more he thinks, the less he wants to evolve into the posture of an Omega Beast. In the end, the only way he could think of becoming stronger was through one path. X antibody. A very dangerous road. But what Yi Xiu didn't expect was that in this digital world, X antibodies are completely invisible. Not only do ordinary Digimons not know what X antibodies are, but even the Knights of the Royal Knights do not know what X antibodies are. While Yi Xiu was confused, he began searching the world for X antibodies. He is indeed strong enough. But he's cautious. The more cautious you are, the more you want to be stronger. For this reason, he searched the entire digital world, almost searching for all the digital beast spheres of influence on the surface of the digital world. Except for dark areas. Finally. I finally found it this time. Looking at the fragments of the mural in his hand, Yi Xiu's pupils reflected the body of the demon beast, and he was extremely excited. As a digital beast enthusiast, the wanderer can be certain that the monster depicted in the mural is the owner of the X antibody. The difference in her body is not the subspecies difference between the same species of digital beasts as described by the 8-legged horse beast. The appearance of different subspecies of digital beasts is generally at least similar. What is the similarity between the appearance of Fairy Beast X and Fairy Beast? That's so crooked, isn't it? Apart from those eyes being similar, nothing. He's going to the dark area. But how do we get to the dark area? As is well known, the dark areas of the digital world can only be accessed through data after a normal Digimon dies, or after an angel Digimon falls. Besides, the only way is to find the door to enter the dark area. Keeman, that thing, I've traveled through so many years, I've never heard of it, right? Just as Yi Xiu was silent in the wind and snow, a warning sound rang in his ear. Dimension Chat Group invites you to join. Do you agree? Chapter 5. Even if big bones boil into soup, they cannot change into Digia, seeking. You are listening at Novel Full. Audio. Amidst the wind and snow, Yi Xiu fell silent. Silence lasted for a long time. Until a thick layer of white snow accumulated on his body. He is bitter and confused. After a long time, he murmured, "How did you come? I'm already at my wit's end." Dimension Chat Group invites you to join. Do you want to join? Join. Yi Xiu silently chose to agree. There are not many like-minded companions in the digital world. The dimensional chat group can communicate with various dimensions by name, so it should be possible to find like-minded companions. After choosing to join the chat group, Yi Xiu held the stone tablet engraved with a monster mural in his hand and ran at a high speed. He wants to leave the land of winter snow and head to a place where wise men and prophets reside. Only there can he obtain information about the Dark Zone Gate. When Yi Xiu was busy leaving the permafrost, the dimensional chat group he invited to join became lively. Welcome the strongest dragon warrior to join the chat group. Small group leader. Welcome newcomers. Demon King 0. Welcome newcomers. Taohua Island owner. Welcome newcomers. Magic Card Girl. Welcome newcomers. Big bones boiled into soup. Welcome newcomers. For a long time. The group leader said, "It's quite awkward. Why don't the newcomers come out and have a bubble?" Magic Card Girl. Perhaps the newcomers are adapting, right? Demon King 0. I want to have a chat group like this, which would be the dream of most people. It shouldn't be necessary to adapt to something, right? The goo boiled it into soup and said, "No, no, no, everyone has different personality habits, just like me. I was scared before, and I thought this was an illusion created by some kind of monster." Peach Blossom Island owner. Cough, I think the newcomers may not have seen our news. In fact, currently Yi Xiu has not really noticed the situation in the chat group. He is on his way. Although there is a message prompt sound in my ear. But due to the vast wind and snow, the visibility is extremely low. Yi Xiu was not sure if there would be any powerful digital beasts on the permafrost, so he decided to wait until he left the permafrost before entering the chat group to check. He is very fast. But the area of frozen soil itself is extremely large. After all, the existence of the digital world is much larger than planets like Earth. The final volume of the Millennium Beast is several times the size of the Earth. And in the digital world, the size of countless ultimate Millennium Beasts is unknown. It can be imagined that the size of any area in the digital world is enormous. Ordinary digital beasts can only live in fixed areas throughout their lives, and only powerful ultimate beings can cross the world and travel long distances. Within the dimensional chat group. Little group leader. By the way, Peach Blossom Island Lord, are you really Huang Yaoshe? Are you not an old mischievous boy pretending? Peach Blossom Island Lord. What are you talking about? Can that old rascal compare to me? The group leader said, "All right, by the way, this mission is to come to your world, the island leader. Let's meet then. Let me admire the island leader's style, young lady." Peach Blossom Island Lord. Cough, you will naturally see it then. On Peach Blossom Island, in the Peach Blossom Forest, a pretty girl spat out her tongue. Damn it. If the group leader and others come to Peach Blossom Island, they will definitely be exposed. Dad, he didn't even know there was such a chat group. How can I make everyone believe that Dad is the leader of Peach Blossom Island in the group? The ancient and mysterious Huang Rong was filled with sorrow. After joining this chat group, she, who had always wanted to go out, instantly calmed down. Compared to the colorful world outside, she is more interested in the background of other members in the chat group. Speaking of which, another newcomer has been added. The strongest dragon warrior. Are they warriors of dragon race? Huang Rong has been in the chat group for a long time and has received a lot of knowledge that does not belong to the world of martial arts. Naturally, she knows that there are many creatures in the various dimensions of the universe that exist not only in human form. She began to fantasize about what the new dragon warrior would look like. The leader's body. Can a dragon's body speak? Or human head and dragon body? Oh, that seems a bit disgusting. Within the dimensional chat group. Demon King 0. Are there any missions again? Dagu boiled it into soup and said, I really envy you. You can freely go to other worlds to complete tasks. I can't even leave TPC. Magic Card Girl. Big brother, don't worry, we will live stream the whole time. Dagu boiled it into soup and said, Xiao Ying, you are clearly a primary school student, right? Why is there no restraint at all, just come up with it. Magic Card Girl. Keep it a secret, hee hee. Little group leader. Yes, let me tell everyone in advance that there are new tasks. The general situation of the new tasks has not been determined yet, but the world has been confirmed to be the world of Peach Blossom Island Lord. The group leader said, the task is not difficult, but it may be a bit cumbersome, so we can completely handle it. Big bones boiled into soup. Envy, did you guys earn a lot of points in Zero's world last time? Little group leader. Hee hee, Dagu, who wouldn't let you be the Dagu I know who can transform into a Diga Ultraman. Otherwise, those points are nothing to you at all. Dagu boiled into soup and said, alas, the group leader, you've been saying that I can become a superhero and become a Diga Ultraman, but I don't even know what that is. Little group leader. Forget it, since you can't transform, in the future when you encounter danger, you can come to us. We may not be able to help, the monsters in your world are too powerful, but we can help you escape. Big bones boiled into soup. Thank you, I have a task on my end. You guys talk first, I'll leave. Little group leader. Goodbye. Magic Card Girl. Goodbye, big brother. Little group leader. At Strongest Dragon Warrior, let's talk about newcomers taking a break. Do you know each other? Don't be shy. Magic Card Girl. The new name is so domineering. Peach Blossom Island Lord. The Strongest Plus Dragon Warrior has already produced terrifying creatures from his brain. Demon King 0. Speaking of which, is there really a dragon? The group leader said, of course, there are many intelligent creatures in the various dimensions of the heavens. Why is there no rule for dragon-like creatures? The digital world. Yi Xiu has left the permafrost. His speed is extremely fast. After leaving the permafrost, the first thing he did was open a chat group. Then he fell into confusion. That big bone boiled into soup, should it be Dagu? It's the man who can transform into a Diga. But why does he say he doesn't even know what Diga Ultraman is? Dagu, who won't transform into Digia. Isn't that to say that even if bones are boiled into soup, they cannot turn into light? Damn it. Childhood, ruined. Chapter 6. The Curse of the Strongest Dragon Warrior. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Outside the permafrost, on a large mountain next to the Rolling Beast village. This is Yi Xiu's fixed residence in the digital world. Since his travels, Yi Xiu has been wandering the digital world year-round, living without a fixed place. Later, at the request of the Rolling Beasts, he settled down on the big mountain next to the Rolling Beast village. There are many villages composed of weak digital beasts in the digital world, which rely on the protection of powerful digital beasts to survive. When Yi Xiu evolved into a mechanical Tyrannosaurus, he traveled here. At that time, the rolling beasts were being persecuted by a death flame beast. Yi Xiu, who once walked in the digital world as a rolling beast, has a unique affection for the Rolling Beast village. He helped the rolling beasts in the Rolling Beast village. He used the dragon beast in his hand to destroy the sword and killed the death flame beast with one sword. As a result, seeing his powerful power, the rolling beasts in the rolling beast village begged him to stay and protect them. Yi Xiu agreed. He lived next to the village for a long time, sheltering the rolling ball beasts, and then began to travel many years later. Since then, he has regarded this place as a fixed residence and comes back to see the rolling ball beasts when he has something to do. This time back, Yi Xiu did not notify the rolling beasts. He went up the mountain alone and arrived at the rudimentary palace built for him by the rolling beasts. Sitting cross-legged in the palace, Yi Xiu's consciousness immersed himself in the dimensional chat group. Dear strongest dragon warrior, welcome to join the dimensional chat group. This chat group is designed for members to help each other without any special regulations. However, please be careful not to maliciously harm other group members, otherwise you will be kicked out of the dimensional chat group. Note: even if you maliciously harm other members, you cannot cause harm. Pop out a notice first, and Yi Xiu nodded. Living in the digital world is already tiring enough, and he doesn't want to enter a defensive dimensional chat group anymore. Yi Xiu silently diving and observing for a while. The current number of members in the chat group is very small. Adding him as the strongest dragon warrior, there are only 6 people in total. Among these 6 people, except for the small group leader Yi Xiu, who is not clear about her true identity, the others all know to some extent. Magic Card Girl, in my impression, it seems that there is almost no one else who is called this way except for the first-generation cute king, Sakura Kishimoto. The identity of Dagu boiled into soup has already been revealed by the small group leader, who is the Dagu team member who can transform into the Digia of light in his childhood memories. However, the Dagu in the chat group seems to be slightly different from the Dagu in Yi Xiu's memory. He is working at TPC and has already started fighting monsters, yet he cannot transform into a Digia. It feels strange. Back in the day, Yi Xiu also posed as an Ultraman in the second year, wanting to transform into a light and support Digia in the battle against Gitangel. The main leader cannot transform. There is a feeling of childhood being ruined. Yi Xiu was not conflicted. Parallel world theory is not uncommon. Perhaps it is a parallel world of Dagu, whose bone soup cannot turn into light, which is normal. As for the owner of Peach Blossom Island, there seems to be only one possibility. The East Evil Huang Yaoshi, who is both righteous and evil, and can do as one pleases. However, judging from the comments of that small group leader, it seems that they hold a great skeptical attitude towards the identity of these Eastern Evil Huang Yaoshi. The last Demon King, Zero, gained a quite imposing name. It sounds like a very impressive person. Yi Xiu searched for memories from a long time ago, and in the end, his understanding of this group member was weakened to a few people. Perhaps it's them, or maybe not. The man who best fits this name is probably the one with the power of Gius, who was the 99th emperor of the Holy Brittany Empire and named Rulouch by Britannia. In his code name, there are 2 synonyms: Demon King and Zero. At present, it seems that the combat power level in the chat group is not high, except for the unknown small group leader. Whether it's Huang Yaoshi, Lu Xiu, Kuro's main character Sakura, or the Dagu team members who cannot transform into Digia, their combat effectiveness is just like that. Even if the ancient team members could transform into Digas, Yi Xiu would maintain the same understanding. With this in mind, Yi Xiu decided to greet the members of the chat group and learn about the benefits this dimensional chat group can bring him. The strongest dragon warrior. Hello everyone, I am a newcomer, please give me more guidance. Speaking of which, Yi Xiu sneered at the name given to him by the chat group. The strongest dragon warrior. He doesn't dare to take it seriously. In the digital world, the strongest will always be beaten. At the beginning of eternity, the infinite dragon beast, known as the strongest Digimon, can now be beaten by any ultimate Digimon. The strongest is not a good name at all, it's more like a curse. Yi Xiu's bubbling made the originally quiet chat group suddenly lively. Peach Blossom Island owner. Welcome newcomers, new members will explode in photos, music, and social media. This is Peach Blossom Island owner, familiar to me. Small group leader. Welcome newcomers, new photos and explosive music have exploded. This is the small group leader of the chat group, familiar with me. Magic Card Girl. Welcome new members to join the group. I am Sakura Kishimoto, you can call me Sakura. Demon King 0. Welcome, newcomer. Big bone boiled into soup. Hello newcomer, I am working on a task and cannot chat with you for too long. We welcome you to join us first. After I complete the task, we can discuss in detail. The group leader said, the Dagu team members are really miserable. Little group leader. At strongest dragon warrior, newcomer, are you a dragon man? Where is the dragon man from? Is it a dragon from the old rolling 5 mile or a dragon from the dragon-made world? The strongest dragon warrior. I'm not, but why do you ask that? The group leader said, I'm a prophet. I know all the information about you. Praise me quickly. The strongest dragon warrior. Can the prophet predict who I am? Where do I come from? The group leader said, ahem. Why didn't you play cards according to the routine? Damn it. Magic Card Girl. The group leader's sister was exposed. What a tragedy. But when I first joined the group leader's sister scared me with this move. Demon King 0. Those who know everything are indeed terrifying, but after understanding the truth, I am actually somewhat fortunate. Peach Blossom Island Lord. I still don't believe the group leader's words. How could my daughter marry a fool in the future? The strongest dragon warrior. So then what? The group leader said, okay, then I said, don't be afraid. The strongest dragon warrior. I am a dragon warrior, I won't be afraid. Little group leader. Cough, I hope so. Peach Blossom Island owner. While watching the movie. Eating melon seeds. Magic Card Girl. While watching the play. Eat cake. Small group leader. You and everyone, the people who can join the dimensional chat group are all from the world of anime, movies, novels, and so on. The group leader said, I'll ask if you're afraid. Chapter 7. Killing dragon warriors with thousands of soldiers and horses. You are listening at Novel Full. Audio. Yi Xiu stared expressionlessly at the small group leader's speech in the chat group. I'm afraid of Adur. I am a traveler, and I am not unaware of the situation in the digital world and other worlds. Since I know I am real, what else am I afraid of? The strongest dragon warrior. I'm so scared. So, am I a virtual creature? Everything in my past is fake. The group leader said, I'm afraid. But where exactly do you come from? There are many dragon warriors in the world, but they are named the strongest, so there aren't many in my impression. Magic Card Girl. Mr. Dragon Warrior, you don't need to be too afraid. Magic Card Girl. At first, when I heard that I was a person from the virtual world, I was also very scared. Later, when I thought about it, my parents and brother Xiaoka Zhishir were all real companions for me, I didn't feel that kind of fear anymore. The group leader said, Sakura's words are good, so newcomers, you can be afraid for a while and just calm down. The group leader said, so, newcomer, tell me about your world. I can tell you about your plot. It's also beneficial to have prior knowledge. Peach Blossom Island Lord. I said, the group leader and Sakura, you two are idiots. The newcomers are not really afraid, right? Demon King 0. Are the newcomers performing? Magic Card Girl. Ah. Did I misunderstand? Yes. I'm sorry, Mr. Dragon Warrior. Little group leader. Wait, what do you mean? Dragon warriors are equipped. The group leader said, how could it be? Aren't you afraid when you hear that you are virtual? The strongest dragon warrior. No, I'm very scared. My hands are still shaking. The group leader said, let me tell you. Huang Yaoshi and you, Lulu Xiu, you two are too shrewd. You are too shrewd. Peach Blossom Island owner. With a bitter smile on his forehead. Demon King Zero. With a bitter smile on his forehead. Magic Card Girl. I'm feeling dizzy and disoriented. Ah, I can't understand what you're saying. Little group leader. At Peach Blossom Island Lord at Demon King Zero, you two just think too much. Little group leader. Dragon warrior, take a photo and let me see which world's dragon you are from. Strongest dragon warrior. Okay. The strongest dragon warrior has started live streaming. The group leader entered the live broadcast room. The magic card girl entered the live broadcast room. The owner of Taohua Island entered the live broadcast room. Demon King Zero entered the live broadcast room. In the live broadcast room, there is only a huge metal-shaped corner, inserted horizontally into the sky. I didn't see any dragons. Not only were there no dragons, but there were no other ghosts. Little group leader. Hey hey. Dragon warrior, where are you? What are you doing with the metal horns in your live broadcast? Are you sorry to show your face? The owner of Peach Blossom Island said, this big horn looks so beautiful and has a natural feeling. I can't even make this kind of metal product in my world. Demon King Zero. Metal products that make men's hearts race. Does the world of dragon warriors have such superb metal smelting technology? Magic Card Girl. But don't you think this metal horn has a very dangerous feeling? Small group leader. Do you have it? Magic Card Girl. There must be some. I can sense that danger does exist, Mr. Dragon Warrior. Could it be that you have encountered danger? Dagu boiled it into soup and said, ah. I don't know why, every time I see this kind of angular object, I have an impulse to interrupt it. Can I be considered sick? The group leader said, ah no, you're not sick. You just can't transform into a broken horn demon. Dagu boiled it into soup and said, although I don't quite understand what the group leader is saying, I always feel like you are mocking me. Peach Blossom Island Lord. Someone said to go and carry out a task. This task is really idle. The group leader said, that's right, you're not afraid of flying the Fian and crashing directly. Dagu boiled it into soup and said, cough, I'm here to meet new people. Dagu boiled it into soup and said, besides, I went on a mission with Xincheng. Xincheng is a skilled pilot of the Fian, and our combination can never have a plane crash. That's an insult to us. The group leader said, Pushi, the crash duo actually said it's impossible for a crash to occur, and they laughed at me to death. Big bones boiled into soup. Little group leader. I won't tell you anymore. At strongest dragon warrior, where are you? The agreed explosive photo won't run away, will it? The strongest dragon warrior. Didn't you see me? I was in the video. Small group leader. Magic Card Girl. Mr. Dragon Warrior, from our perspective, we only see a huge metal horn piercing the surface of the metal, about the height of two people, and we can't see anything else. In the live video, a dull and calm voice sounded. Everyone, can you see me now? I have adjusted my perspective. Yi Xiu expressed helplessness towards the live streaming perspective of the chat group. Its perspective seems to be customized based on the size of the group owner's field of view. This is speechless. His body size is too large, and using the live streaming perspective of chat groups, only a part of his body can be seen. After one operation, the screen turned again. A huge eyeball, protected by metal armor, suddenly appeared in everyone's sight. That is the eyes of the dragon man, calm with fury. In the dimensional chat group, it suddenly quieted down. Yi Xiu, who is currently broadcasting, feels very embarrassed. Did he scare others? Are you all right? I'm sorry, this live streaming perspective is too small, I can only use this method. For a long time. The small group leader said, first pay homage to the big shot. Big shot, please take your powers and close your eyes first. You scared me to death. The group leader said, I was wrong. Lulu Xiu and Huang Yaoshe were right. The group leader said, at your level, a single glance can scare a person to death. If you're afraid of just virtual characters, that would be strange. Little group leader. Woo-woo, just when I saw the big shot's eyes, I thought I was going to be eaten by some wild beast. Demon King Zero. No. I have to admit, the strongest dragon warrior deserves the title of the strongest. In Lulu Xiu's world, known for his resilience, Lulu Xiu covered his chest, panting heavily. At that moment, when he was mercilessly stared at by that eye, he was even about to spontaneously use his abilities. After realizing it, I realized that the other person was just staring at him in the video. Lulu Xiu was secretly surprised. What exactly is the origin of this strongest dragon warrior? The terrifying murderous aura that can make him lose his composure with just one glance. Has this guy ever killed 1,000 soldiers and horses? But this may also be a good thing. Demon King Zero. This is something to be happy about, we have a strong partner. Big bones boiled into soup. Help. I crashed. Demon King Zero. Chapter 8. Giants, Many Giants. You are listening at Novel Full. Audio. The world where Dagu team members are located. In order to prevent the monster Melba from continuing to destroy, under the instructions of Captain Zhu Jianhui, the members of the Dagu team and the New City team took orders and drove the Fian to the location of Melba. The New City team members and the Dagu team members were carefully piloting the Fian, both of whom understood that they were the first line of defense to protect the Earth. Once they break through, the monster Melba will brazenly destroy the Earth. After arriving at the destination, witnessing the destruction of the city by Melba, the Dagu team members and the New City team members were extremely angry. Especially for the New City team members. This team member has a straight personality and comes up without caring, shooting indiscriminately at Melba. Ah! How could you allow us to destroy our planet like this? Die for me. The New City team members angrily pressed the attack switch. The weapon system of EP1-10 instantly launched an attack. The sparks on Melba's body exploded wildly. Even the destructive action slowed down. The Daegu team member cheered and said, "Well done, New City." The New City team member gave a handsome thumbs up and said, "Humph, of course, I am one of the best pilots of the Flying Swallow." On the ground, Melba roared wildly. His voice was sharp and piercing, and people on the ground covered their ears, running faster. As a monster, Melba cannot let you fight for nothing. The ferocious Melba stopped his destructive actions and looked at the Fian in the sky with a fierce gaze. Melba moved and a round moon curved sword-like light wave rushed towards EP1-10. As a pilot, Dagu's team members worked hard to control EP1-10 and lift it up after seeing Myerba launch an attack. In the end, they narrowly avoided Melba's attack. TPC's Fian has two forms. The Fian, driven by Daegu and Xincheng, has a number 1 configuration and can be driven by 2 or 1 person. Another type of Type 2 requires multiple drivers to fully activate all the functions on the aircraft. The New City team member is the weapon controller of EP1-10, while the Daegu team member serves as the driver and is responsible for evading Melba's attack. The two of them worked together and played a perfect match against Melbacho. Daegu, you did a good job. My driving skills are also top-notch. Daegu and Xincheng encouraged each other. The monster Melba saw that the first attack did not work, and he did not launch another attack. Instead, he spread his huge wings and quickly took off. He wants to escape. Daegu. This guy wants to escape. We can't let him go. The new city is full of passion and energy. Daegu insisted, okay. Let's catch up. The backbone of the victorious teams, Daegu and Shinchan, who were passionate about driving Fian No. 1, chased after Myerba and fought fiercely. Along the way, Daegu even had some leisure time and entered the chat group to chat with the big guy. Because Melba was chased and hit, he didn't fight back at all, just kept flying forward. New City is responsible for attacking, while Daegu only needs to maintain the speed of Fian.1 unchanged. Daegu had just entered the chat group, and before he could say a few words, he saw the small group leader scaring the newcomers. Tell me one thing. Daegu felt that the newcomers were not afraid at all. What he said didn't seem like something that a scared person could say. A truly scared person would never say they were afraid, but would remain silent to the point of hysteria. Daegu thought of when he first joined the group. He laughed bitterly. It took him several days to recover. Then I saw that the group leader had the new members take explosive photos. The newcomer unexpectedly opened the video directly. This makes Daegu very curious. In fact, currently in the chat group, apart from Lulu Xiao, who is nicknamed the Demon King, who has taken photos, everyone else's appearance is a mystery. When the group leader and the magical card girl Sakura went to Lulu Xiao's world to do missions, they both wore thick masks, necklaces, and other things. When they started live streaming, they could see nothing except that they were individuals. Without saying a word, Daegu entered the live broadcast room directly. A metal-shaped large corner was imprinted into Daegu's eyes. Daegu's first reaction. This corner is really beautiful, made of metal, seamlessly integrated, with a unique aesthetic. Daegu's second reaction. Seeing such a beautiful metal corner, I have an impulse to destroy it. Am I sick? Afterwards, the calm and solemn voice of the Dragon Warrior came from the live video. To be honest, Daegu sensed something was wrong. After all, he possesses a super ancient gene, which is both light and human. He immediately sensed the unknown danger. But he didn't react. Then he looked straight at the big eyeball that appeared in the video. The extremely oppressive killing power, suppressive power, and unknown fear almost instantly invaded Daegu's body and mind. At that moment, the Daegu team member was completely paralyzed in the driver's seat of Fian No. 1, unable to move. He controlled the hands of Fian.1 and couldn't exert any force at all. The smooth-flying Fian.1 fell straight down. The new city was the first to feel the strangeness of Daegu. 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 What's wrong with you? Captain Zhu Jianhui heard the call of the new city at the headquarters of the victory team, and then looked at the appearance of Daegu on the big screen. He frowned nervously and said, Daegu team member. Daegu team member. What's wrong with you? After a while, Daegu was still in a state of unconsciousness. Zhu Jianhui gritted her teeth and glanced at the fleeing monster Melba. She ordered, new city team members, immediately take Daegu team members out of Fian.1. New city gritted its teeth as it saw Melba escape and said, Melba. However, he ultimately pressed the escape button and got up with Mel Bobby, and Daegu's situation made him even more worried. 2 people ejected from Fian.1. Fian.1 lost its pilot control and crashed straight to the ground, crashing. Fortunately, there were not many people in the area where they flew, otherwise the secondary damage they caused might have led to the victorious team being directly criticized in the news. Strangely enough, the monster Melba did not attack the jumping new city Daegu, but flew straight away. Xinqing hugged Daegu and parachuted to the ground, then slapped Daegu's face hard and said, Daegu. Daegu. What happened to you just now, you guy? At this moment, Daegu finally had some perception. He gasped heavily and said, I'm sorry, I just. Daegu's eyes flashed with a hint of fear. Not only because of the eyes that released a terrifying aura, but also because of the image that suddenly popped up in his mind at the moment he saw them. Giant. Many giants. All kinds of powerful giants. Those giants, who are they? Chapter 9 Nickname. Everyone looks like a dragon. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Big bones boiled into soup. Help, I crashed. Demon King 0. Small group leader. The strongest dragon warrior. Little group leader. What's the situation? Dagu team member, as soon as a newcomer joins the group, you crashed. It would be very embarrassing for a newcomer like you. Little group leader. At Peach Blossom Island Lord at Magic Card Girl, where are you two? Why did you suddenly stop talking? The group leader said, so what, newcomers? People don't usually like this. We welcome newcomers to join us. There must be some problems this time. Yi Xiu is indeed quite awkward now. Originally, the chat group was lively, but he froze and started a live broadcast. Good guy. 2 people disappear, 1 person crashes. 5 viewers instantly lost 3. The strongest dragon warrior unloaded the dragon beast nemesis and touched the dragon horn on his head, feeling very helpless. Having traveled through so many years, he has never been treated like this before. On Peach Blossom Island, a fainting girl was discovered by someone. The servants panicked and went to notify the island owner, Huang Yaoshi. Upon hearing his daughter faint, Huang Yaoshi's expression became chaotic. He quickly approached his daughter and nervously began to pulse her. The girl's face was pale, and her lips were blue and white. But the pulse is very strong and not weak. Huang Yaoshi's face showed confusion. Is this kind of pulse that my daughter fainted only after being frightened too much? On Peach Blossom Island, who dares to scare their daughter? No, Ronger's personality doesn't matter if she doesn't scare others, how could she be scared? Huang Yaoshi became suspicious. Is there anything impure on Peach Blossom Island? After a long time, the girl woke up leisurely. Huang Yaoshi asked with concern, Ronger, what's wrong with you? Are you scared by something? The girl Huang Rong shook her head and said, Dad, didn't I tell you that I joined a strange chat group? Huang Yaoshi nodded and said, Ronger, that's a great opportunity. Apart from your father, you can't tell anyone in the future. People's hearts are unpredictable, understand? Before Huang Rong could react, Huang Yaoshi asked again, did you faint this time, related to that chat group? Is it because the chance was too great, Ronger, you couldn't get your hand, so you suffered a backlash and fainted? Huang Rong shook her head and explained what had just happened. Huang Yaoshi's pupils contracted slightly, and his body and mind were greatly shocked. What kind of existence is it that just one glance can make you faint? Ronger, in the future, you can't act around in this chat group. Do you understand? Huang Rong nodded obediently. She was also scared. A glance startled her and made her faint. Any action from the other person could potentially kill her. How can one not be afraid? World of Magic Cards. The first generation of the cute king, Kichimoto Sakura, sat on the edge of the bed in a daze. No matter how much Coco shook her, she never regained her senses. Xiaoying. Xiaoying. What's wrong with you? Don't scare me, Sakura. Xiaoka hurriedly covered his head and flew away, unable to show his face in front of Taoya, so he could only panic. Just as Xiaoka was at a loss, an angelic woman descended from the void beside Xiaoying. She looked at Sakura gently and reached out to stroke her little head. Like a mother who hasn't seen her daughter for a long time, love is almost surging out. Taoya downstairs noticed something unusual and quickly walked upstairs. Xiaoka heard the sound of someone going upstairs and quickly pretended to be a doll. It's actually the same whether he pretends or not. Little Sakura and little Nang are unaware of their situation, yet everyone knows what they are doing. Including Sakura's mother who is far away in heaven. Taoya pushed open the door and saw her mother's figure. She hesitated for a moment before noticing her sister's abnormality. However, at this point, Sakura, who was frightened by Yi Xiu, has returned to normal. Her angel mother soothed her fear and nervousness. Kichimoto Sakura and her family are all abnormal. My mother is an angel, my father is the reincarnation of the great wizard Kuro, and my brother Momoya has magic. He also has an abnormal relationship with Snow Rabbit. Brother, you. Xiaoying felt a bit embarrassed when she saw Momoya. The little girl who was scared by One Eye felt very shy inside. Taoya glanced at Xiaoka and said, I just heard a lot of noise in your room downstairs. Come and take a look, as long as you're okay. Momoya has left. Xiaoka regained his vitality and rushed to Xiaoying's side, saying, Xiaoying, what was wrong with you just now? Did that dimensional chat group hurt you? If the dimensional chat group is not good for you, let's immediately withdraw and stop staying inside. Xiaoying shook her head and said, No, everyone in the group is very friendly to me. It's just that a new group member has arrived. He's a dragon. When he started live streaming, he showed a terrifying eye, which scared me. Xiaoku scratched his head and said, Can your eyes be so scary? Xiaoying, it's really so exaggerated. Xiaoying nodded heavily and said, Really? Xiaoka, Mr. Dragon Warrior's eyes are super terrifying. I feel like I was killed after he glanced at me. Xiaoka said, I don't believe it. Even Curalito can't do this kind of thing with his sarcastic eyes. Dimensional Chat Group. Little Group Leader. At Big Bone boiled into soup at Peach Blossom Island Lord at Magic Card Girl, you three won't be scared by the new big shot, will you? Demon King Zero. Most likely, the gaze of Mr. Dragon Warrior in the video made me almost instinctively use my abilities. The group leader said, I'm still amazing. I'm just afraid for a while. A parallel world where spiritual energy is revived. As the leader of the dimensional chat group, the young girl glanced at the dirty pants she had washed off and blushed. What a shame. Just a glance, I was so scared. Strongest Dragon Warrior. At Little Group Leader, I will close the live broadcast first. When you fix the bug, please remind me. Little Group Leader. Okay, newcomer Big Shot. The Strongest Dragon Warrior. Don't call me a newcomer, my name is Yi Xiu. Also, can I change my nickname to look like a dragon to everyone? The group leader said, Sure, I can help you change it, but why change such a strange nickname? Strongest Dragon Warrior. Strange nickname, better than the strongest curse. In the digital world, the strongest are often the fastest to receive boxed meals. Yi Xiu is not a superstitious battle dragon beast, but there are some things that you cannot avoid without believing. Little Group Leader. Alright, all the modifications are done. Everyone looks like a dragon. Thank you. Dagu boiled it into soup and said, I'm here. Sorry, newcomer. I just crashed and just returned to the base. I'm sorry I didn't finish watching your live broadcast. Big Bones boiled into soup. At Little Lord, is Ultraman you're talking about a giant? Chapter 10. Tasks and points in chat groups. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The digital world. Yi Xiu closed the live broadcast and placed the fragment of the mural carved with a demon beast from the ruins in the makeshift palace. After having a chat group, his original intention of immediately heading to the dark area to search for the great Dracula beast faded away. He noticed that members in the chat group had mentioned things like points. I think in chat groups, you can use points to exchange for various items. Perhaps it can also be exchanged for something similar to X antibodies. And Yi Xiu doesn't want to go out recently either. In theory, the digital world is turbulent, and there should be countless digital beasts fighting at every moment. Recently, Mr. Yi Xiu has felt that the atmosphere in the digital world is very strange. It's peaceful now. Peaceful enough to make one feel eerie and fearful. This feeling made Yi Xiu realize a hint of crisis. Under normal circumstances, the digital world would never be so peaceful. The calmer, the more dangerous. Yi Xiu speculates that there is a high possibility of war breaking out in the digital world recently. Both sides of the war are likely to be the Steel Empire and other digital beasts adapted to the field. The digital world where Yi Xiu is located is a digital world that is not within Yi Xiu's understanding. Here, the greatest force, the Iron Empire, is at its peak. We have truly achieved the level of suppressing all enemies. It is precisely because of this that numerous digital beasts have clashed head-on with the Steel Empire. War comes from this. Therefore, during this period, Yi Xiu would rather be surrounded by water than go out. In the battle of powerful forces, a single one or two Digimon cannot control it at all. Even the ultimate Digimon may not notice the falling battlefield for a while. The danger factor is too high. Dimensional Chat Group. Dagu boiled it into soup and said, "I'm here. Sorry, newcomer. I just crashed and just returned to the base. I'm sorry I didn't finish watching your live broadcast." Big Bones boiled into soup. "At Little Lord, is Ultraman you're talking about a giant? Everyone looks like a dragon and says, you're fine, but why do you crash so well?" The group leader said, "It's a problem for Dagu team members not to crash, okay?" Yi Xiu thought about it. That's right. Daegu plus Shinshin plus Fian number 1 equals crash accident. It's just a theorem-level formula. The group leader said, "Ultraman is a giant. Why, you can now transform into a Digia, a member of the ancient team." Big Bones boiled into soup and said, "No, when I was scared unconscious by Mr. Dragon Warrior just now, I saw many, many giants. The giants fought fiercely, causing chaos. In the end, most of the giants died in battle, and only a few survived. The Digia Ultraman you're talking about is those few surviving giants, right?" The group leader said, "You were really scared by Yi Xiu, you're such a useless Dagu team member." Little group leader. According to the progress of your world, the Ultramen have fought, and there is indeed one of the surviving Ultramen that you can transform into. Big Bones boiled into soup. Which of the surviving giants will I transform into? The group leader said, "That's the most handsome one." Little group leader. Regardless of whether Digia is strong or not, he is truly handsome. Everyone looks like a dragon. At Big Bones boiled into soup, "Sorry, my unconscious action just now seems to have caused you a lot of trouble." Dagu boiled it into soup and said, "Ah, Mr. Dragon Warrior, don't say that. It's because I'm too useless myself. I lost my mobility just by being stared at by you. It's not your fault. Everyone looks like a dragon. In the future, if needed, we can help each other." Big Bones boiled into soup. "Okay, definitely. Peach Blossom Island Lord." Newcomer, "Ah, no, the new Dragon Man Senior, it's too terrifying." Little group leader. "Huang Dao Lord is also scared." Peach Blossom Island owner. I don't have it, don't talk nonsense. I encountered something on my island, I just didn't watch the chat group." Magic Card Girl. "Woo-woo, in the future, Mr. Dragon Warrior will start a live broadcast. I can't watch it anymore. It's too scary. I just had a feeling of being killed, woo-woo." The group leader said, "Cough, is it so terrifying? Look at me, isn't there nothing at all?" Magic Card Girl. "It's really scary. I was scared out of consciousness. If it weren't for Xiaoka and my brother, I might not have woken up for a while." Peach Blossom Island Lord. Yes, even I haven't regained my senses for a while. The group leader said, "Oh, didn't our Yellow Island Lord say something was delaying us? Why did he become so scared that he didn't come back to his senses for a while? Peach Blossom Island Lord. Can't two things be done at the same time?" Looking at everyone like a dragon, he said, "So were you all scared before? I thought I was doing a live broadcast, causing a cold reception." Yi Xiu in the digital world breathed a sigh of relief. He has spent years in battle and feels very good about chat groups. He also doesn't want to get along too awkwardly with the members in the group. "I used to think that opening a live broadcast was too direct, and then the group members felt uncomfortable. Now it seems that he himself is too scary." Two of them were stunned, and one almost died on the spot. Well, to put it this way, Yi Xiu lowered his head and glanced at his armor covered in scars. "I also aimed at the dragon beast Nemesis, which is so sharp that it can cut open any object." Is he really scary? Magic Card Girl. I still couldn't see the full picture of Mr. Dragon Warrior in the end, it's a pity. Peach Blossom Island Lord. At everyone looks like a dragon. Senior Dragon Man, are you coming to my world to do tasks? You can earn points. The group leader said, yes, Yi Xiu, do you want to come together? Magic Card Girl. Yes, as long as Mr. Dragon Warrior comes to the world of Peach Blossom Island Lord, we can see his full face. Everyone looks like a dragon. Can you tell me about the mission? What's the use of that points? Little group leader. Wrap it around me. Small group leader. The task is randomly posted by the chat group, mainly divided into two types. The group leader said, the first way is to deal with some unruly travelers, reincarnators, and other people. Depending on the opponent's strength, the points will vary. Small group leader. The second type is a special task that is triggered by us group members. For example, when group members encounter danger or an uncontrollable crisis, they will release a task to summon us to rescue group members. Small group leader. Points have many uses, such as opening portals, increasing permissions, and purchasing various items in the chat group store. However, the level of the chat group store is not high enough now, and you cannot buy anything good. Everyone looks like a dragon. How can we improve the level of chat group stores?